Rain is pretty good, isn't it? It's been quite sunny where I am this week, but even so, I know that, as Ned Stark would put it, winter is coming. And that means something else. Between now and then, we're going to get lots and lots of lovely rain here in the UK. And yeah, rain is great. It brings with it an inherent coziness, and it kills off any of what my wife and I call sun guilt, which is that nagging feeling that you should probably be doing something outside when all you really want to do is sit under a blanket and watch Blade Runner.
Like tears in rain.
But it's not just cinematic cyberpunk that nails that rainy mood kind of coziness, is it? Plenty of games over the years have also managed to tap into that rich vein of, well, let's say, comforting melancholy. And I want to explore that with you today. So, hello, my name's Adam, and this is a video essay about rain in games. So, what is it about rain that lots of people, myself included, really love? Well, forgetting games and movies and stuff for a minute, and forgetting the fact that I, as a pale British guy, am not really built for the summer, I think the main thing that wet weather has going for it is that it enhances any basic feeling that you might already be fostering of coziness. Coziness is all about the indoors, right? So when you're indoors trying to attain a level of coziness, it makes sense that what you don't want is anything compelling you to go outside. So in that sense, rain is coziness's natural bedfellow. In a basic, fundamental way, they work together to promote the feeling that snuggling up indoors under a blanket with a cup of tea is the correct course of action. That sun guilt that I talked about, that's not what you want to be feeling when your heart really wants nothing more than to sit still and be quiet. So it stands to reason that in and of itself, rain is enjoyed chiefly as an excuse to chill out in whatever constitutes as your safe space. And that feeling of safety and security brings comfort. But then, that's really only one part of the story. Okay, so what I'm saying is that we like rain because it makes us feel supported in our desire to get comfy and lazy, I guess. But rain's use in popular media often serves a different, much more deliberate purpose. Like, you don't shoot a rainy scene in a film by accident. It's a choice, and that choice is often to do with pathetic fallacy. Now, the official boring definition for pathetic fallacy is that it's a literary term for the attribution of human emotion and conduct to things found in nature. But if you're over the age of about 15 and have sat through any kind of English literature lessons at school, you'll probably know it more simply as that thing when it rains in films and books because people are sad. By which I mean, when you see rain in movies, it's often to set a tone. That tone can be one in which the world seems to be punishing or making life hard for our already downtrodden protagonist, as in a lot of noir detective stuff. Or maybe it rains to help convey sadness because the characters are attending a funeral or have just ended a relationship. Rain in films or books is a tonal choice, in short. And that's kind of true for games, but it's kind of not as well, so let's talk about that. Over the past 30 plus years, games have gone from this to decidedly more cinematic experiences, so it kind of goes without saying that there are loads of examples where rain in games is used exactly as it is in movies. In the opening chapter of Metal Gear Solid 2, for example, the torrential rain feels oppressive and makes you feel as though something ominous is going on. Then it makes you feel relieved to have made it inside the tanker. In the 7th mission of the excellent Shadow Tactics, the crushing rain helps sell the vibe of a village that's been totally wiped out by evil oppressors. In Arkham Knight, the never-ending storm imbues the overrun Gotham City with a feeling that matches its dark and dismal tone. and in Gone Home, the dismal weather outside with its sporadic thunder and lightning lends your exploration of the titular house a spooky, kind of isolated atmosphere. And that's all great, but I'm not sure that that's the kind of rain in games that inspired me to start writing this video. Because again, when I think of rain, I think less about feeling depressed or oppressed or scared. I think about being cozy. So when it comes to rain in video games, what interests me more is this. I've realised that in open world games with changeable weather systems, I always prefer it when it rains. Like if I'm just tooling around in GTA 5 to kill some time, or exploring in The Witcher 3, or just swinging about aimlessly in Spider-Man, I much prefer to do that when the in-game weather is raining. And what's more, I realised that that kind of in-game open world rain often makes me slow down. And not just because rainy days in Stardew Valley mean you don't have to water your crops, I mean genuinely slow down. In the past, I've found myself just slowly walking around a rainy New York City as Spider-Man, or standing watching a rain-soaked village go about its business in Red Dead Redemption 2. Or I'll perch on a building in Gotham City and just watch it be. I think I even drove across the whole map in GTA 5 at the speed limit once, just because I liked the rainy atmosphere. And it goes without saying that my favourite parts of Shenmue were when it rained. In other words, rain can make me roleplay in a way that I rarely do, and I think it's because I just inherently enjoy being in that kind of atmosphere. I like to slow down and chill out and seek comfort in in-game rain, just as I do when it rains in real life. After all, gaming is an indoor activity, and I think rain, real or digital, can encourage you to settle in and relax into that experience much more than blazing sunshine ever can. I guess what I'm getting at is this. When it rains in a video game, you get all the added atmospheric vibes that rain adds to movie scenes, but with added interactivity. And that interactivity, for me at least, lets me vicariously experience the kind of comfy, cozy feeling that people love about rainy weather, whether it's raining outside in real life or not. Thanks very much for watching. If this channel is brand new to you, then I should probably warn you before you think about subscribing or anything that the majority of my content is dedicated to documenting my journey towards making and releasing an indie adventure game, which also has lots of rain in it. But I've also got a handful of one-off essay type videos like this if this is more your kind of thing. If you just like rain, however, I've got nothing more for you, sorry, so I'll stick links to a couple of my favourite Rainy Mood YouTube videos in the description below, just so you know you've got a next step to check out. Otherwise, maybe I'll see you in the next one, and maybe it'll be drizzling outside when that happens. Bye!